We are live. We are live with A Course in Miracles, the text, otherwise known as How Not to Be Crazy. I am Reverend Valerie Love. We are here every day, Monday through Friday at 4 p.m. Eastern Time for our daily spiritual practice, for us to pause our life for just a moment, for us to turn within with a deep breath, have a prayer, and have an introspective moment, a moment of looking at self and what we are creating in our lives, and tune in to Source and discuss the wisdom of A Course in Miracles. Why? Why are we doing this? We're doing this for not only the ascension of consciousness for self, we are doing this for the ascension of consciousness for every being on the planet. So if you think that your thoughts are not powerful, they are, beloved. Your thoughts are so powerful that they can change something in the Middle East. They can stop a war. They can bring people together. Your thoughts have the power to emanate oneness throughout the pool of consciousness. So we're all in this together. So let's do this together. I'm Reverend Valerie Love, your Sherpa, and it's coming up on the holidays. I am so happy about that. Let me get this outfit together. So happy about that. I'm not a big Christmas gal. I didn't grow up with Christmas. I grew up in the cult of Jehovah's Witnesses. Hey, Darla, how you loving it? And we didn't know anything about, we didn't do any holidays at all. So we know nothing about it. It's like not even in my consciousness. It's just kind of like blank. I don't love it. I don't not love it. It's just neutral. And so I am going to eat. One thing that I absolutely love is Kwanzaa. And so I brought my kids up on Kwanzaa. We did lots of Kwanzaa stuff as we were growing up. And as we were growing up, my kids. So whatever you are celebrating in this month of December, happy Hanukkah, happy Kwanzaa, happy Merry Christmas, blessed Yule, blessed winter solstice, all of it. 'Tis the season to be jolly. Let us pray. Deep breath. Breathe, breathe, breathe. Breathe and let go. Let go of what you think your life should look like. Let go of what you think you should be doing. Let go of what you think it should look like around you. Let go of all expectations. Let go of all perceptions. Let go of all beliefs. Let go. That's spaciousness. That's emptiness. That's no mind. There's no thingness. This is Source. Infinite being without content. We add the content to it as we go, yet you can return to a space of pure being with no content. Pure being, infinite being. And from this space of infinite pure being without content, with nothing necessarily to have to think about, we give thanks. Thank you, Spirit. Thank you, Source. Thank you for power, for the ability to reflect on what we are doing and choose again. We give thanks for the infinite, all-knowing, all-wise, all-powerful Source as our very self. Amen. Breathe. Be still and know. And as we open our eyes, we engage the wisdom of A Course in Miracles, the text. Here we go. Welcome. Welcome to your new life. Welcome. After after this live stream, 2 more live streams are happening today. One is going to happen here on the Valerie Love YouTube channel. What I learned from Beyonce last night. Beyonce killed it. So I've got to tell you what I learned from the Beyonce Renaissance Tour. Second, I'm going to be doing a live stream on my Amazon storefront for a big book stack for witches, a big stack of witchy books. So I'll put both those links in. Actually, both of those, the Amazon one, I'll give you the Amazon link. It's at my Amazon store. And the live stream here on YouTube, you'll get it if you're a YouTube subscriber. You'll just go to the channel. Okay? But I will give you the link for my Amazon store because I'm going to be doing a big witchy books, magical book stack for you. Family, I know that people like to spend their money. Let me put paid link. That is a paid link. Paid link. Thank you for supporting the channel. Thank you so much for supporting the channel and this work that I do in the world, because as an Amazon influencer, I earn commissions on qualifying purchases. Thank you for your support. So beautiful. Thank you for using that link to go into the Amazon store and shop. Since you're going to shop anyway, that supports the channel. And yeah, you don't pay any more. It's win-win-win. It's a win for everyone. All right, let's go on screen share. That is the link for the live stream that comes up. That's going to be later today with the witchy book stack on my Amazon storefront. And then we're also, the Beyonce is going to be on the Valerie Love YouTube channel. I've got to talk to you about Beyonce last night. First, we're going to do the text, and a separate live stream will be for Beyonce. All right, let's get to the text. As we do every day, we're going to look at where we are. If you're brand new here, welcome. This is A Course in Miracles, the text. Now, if you like the workbook for students, which are the daily lessons, you can get those too. This entire community of love tubers all over the world, we went through that step by step, each lesson in the workbook for students. And it's all at the Valerie Love YouTube channel from lesson 1 all the way through the entire year, every single day, every single lesson. That is available to you right here, free. I don't normally use that word. It is completely free. The illusion of needs is where we are. We are now in the text, and we're in chapter 1, the meaning of miracles, and we are in section 6, the illusion of needs, paragraph 3. We were discussing needs and the lie that they are, and how to solve the only problem that we all have. There's only one problem, and that is the problem of separation. We were talking about orders of needs and putting needs in a hierarchy, which is false, also a false belief or a false idea. The idea of orders of need, like some are more important than others, which follows from the original error that one can be separated from God. So we get to the core, at the core of all of our issues, all of our quote unquote problems, looking like we have all these different problems. At the core of it all is one core problem, and that is a belief that somehow we are separated from source. Religion perpetuates this belief because it tells you God is way up in the sky. Maybe you'll see him if you're really, really good after you die. Well, I got to go a whole 70, 80, 90, 100 years on this planet and never see the face of my own creator until I die, maybe? Well, what do I have to do to see him? You got to follow all these rules. If you don't, you're going down. You're going the other way. And you're going to meet the anti-God. This is not a good deal. So religion, some religions, not all, the religions that tell you you're one with your source, they are not perpetuating separation. I'm only referring to the ones that are perpetuating separation. Separation is perpetuated every time you go to a doctor. Why? Because when you go to a doctor, you're saying, heal me, because we do not think the power of the living God, that God is right where I am, and God is the great corrector, and God is the great healer. You are healed by divine mind. Now, of course, if you go to a doctor after realizing coming to the recognition that, wait a minute, my mind is the only thing that healed me. Your mind is the only thing that healed you. It seemed like the doctor healed you. It seemed like the treatment healed you. The only reason that it seemed that way is because you believed it. If you didn't endow it with your belief, it would have done nothing. That's how powerful our mind is. And the mind that we are working with is divine mind. And divine mind can do anything. With God, all things are possible. Divine mind can do anything. Anything. There's nothing divine mind cannot do. So every time we look outside of ourselves for some saving, now let's make a clear distinction. Reverend Val, are you saying don't go to a doctor? No, I never said that. And I always give the same caveat that if you don't know how to heal yourself with your mind, you ought to take yourself to a doctor with a quickness, quickly. If you are an advanced healer and you know exactly how to heal yourself with your mind, then the need for a doctor falls away. Yet, if you know you are called to some kind of healing help, like going to see an acupuncturist, going to see a Reiki practitioner, going to see an energy healer, a massage therapist, a doctor, an herbologist, an herbalist, whatever you are called to, divine mind is going to point you in that direction to give support to your mind so that we heal holistically. We have to heal these things holistically, family. I was doing some commenting, reading. I love reading comments, so fascinating, especially on Christian witches. And one of the witches said, Rev, it's so true what you're saying in this video. I was talking to Daniel, and we were talking about a spell. And she said, I do spells for people, but do you notice that when you do spells for people, they revert back to their original condition before the spell? Like you might do some work, some magical work to help people. And I was like, wow, this is an excellent question. Yes. Because if a transformation in consciousness is not experienced at the root core, where the true issue is, the spell will work for a minute and then there will be a reverting back to the heretofore previous experience. Why? Because we did not address the true core issue, which is a sense of separation from source. Fix that. Don't try to fix your money without fixing that. Don't try to fix your kids without fixing that. Don't try to fix your boo without addressing that. Don't try to fix this, that, and a third without addressing this. How are you going to heal the body when the mind is the only thing that heals the body and we didn't address the mind? So address the mind and go to a doctor. Address the mind and go to the acupuncturist or wherever you're led to go. There's no right or wrong in this thing. I do know that the universe is mental. Law number one, your mind is doing it, beloved. Your mind. The universe is mental. So it's paying attention to everything that we put forth from mind. We live in a great mind. The universe is mental. Number one law of the 7 Hermetic laws. The universe is mental. So if somewhere in my mental, I have a belief stuck in there that somehow I'm separate from God. God is over there and I'm over here. God is up there and I'm down here. Love is over there and I'm over here. That is the root cause of everything untoward in our lives. Okay, so the idea of orders of need, which follows from the original error, there's one original error that we just exhaustively covered, that one can be separated from God, requires correction at its own level before the error of perceiving levels at all can be corrected. We must correct this idea on the level that it lives. The idea of orders of need. We're putting things in order. First, I need this, then I need that, then I need that. Oh, this is more important, and that's secondary, and that's third, and that's fourth on the list. Orders of need. This doesn't exist. This needs to be corrected because this is a faulty perception stemming from the belief in separation from God. There are no needs in the all. The all is all, and the all has all. So therefore, there is no need. You cannot behave effectively while you function on different levels. Remember, we were talking yesterday about how we get buttered all over the universe, right? Because we're fragmented. Here, the course is addressing that you cannot work on, okay, level one, level two, level three. I got to get this really important thing because I got to get a whole lot of money first. And then I got to do this really good thing and go exercise over here, because we're viewing all of these as in a hierarchy, and they're fragmented and they're different aspects of our lives. And we can't function on all those levels. You can't be effective on all those different levels and all those different places. That's why it seems that as soon as you get one thing together in your life, something else in your life and some other part of your life goes wonky. As soon as you get your health all together and your money all together and your boo all together, your kids are not together. Then you get your kids together and your health together and your money together, and you and your boo are not together. Or you get your kids together, your money together, and your boo together, but then your purpose, what is my purpose? Your purpose is not together. Have you noticed that you haven't had everything all together at the same time? I wondered that for decades in my life until I met the course. I was like, oh, that's why. I have all this compartmentalized. I have all this on different levels. I'm trying to address each one, rather than go to the root core issue, which is separation from God, a belief. It's an original error. It's a belief that I'm separated from God. However, while you do, correction must be introduced vertically from the bottom up. This is because you think you live in space where concepts such as up and down are meaningful. When you're in space-time, we know up and down is a thing. Up and down is not a thing where God is. Ultimately, space is as meaningless as time. Both are merely beliefs. They're constructs. They're not real. And I can prove to you scientifically that space and time are not real because we go back to Professor Donald Hoffman again. You can look him up on YouTube. He's everywhere. And he's like, hey guys, space and time, it is a construct. It's a structure. And it's a very thin structure because he says we know exactly when it disappears. Like you can get to the bottom of space and time and then it's gone. 10 to the 33rd degrees, 10 to the 42nd centimeter, something like that. Look him up. I'm not a physicist. I'm telling you what he said. And what he also said, because what happens when you go past 10 to the 33 degrees, you have a black hole. That's where space and time ends, and we're in something else. And this is all already proven by math. Every physicist knows this. Everybody who knows about black holes knows this. Black hole is once you try to keep putting energy into a tiny space, what happens? They have to observe things tinier and tinier and tinier. And so you want to observe something that's a molecule, then you got to go smaller than a molecule, that's an atom. Then you have to go smaller than an atom. You want the particle in the wave or the quarks. And then you want to observe something smaller than that. Well, in order to observe something tiny, 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 don't you have to have a light to look at it? Well, with the light, you have to put so much energy into a tiny space to observe the thing that's so tiny. And if you put too much energy into a tiny space, you get a black hole. You bust the whole thing wide open. You have a rip in space-time. It shows you that the course is correct, that it's merely a belief. And you are not trapped in space-time. Your true self is out of space and time. You have a pinky toe dipped into the space-time continuum, looking around like, oh, this is an interesting construct. This is a matrix. The real purpose of this world is to use it to correct your unbelief. That is the real purpose of this world. The real purpose of this world is not to be better than other people. The real purpose of this world is not to be fruitful and multiply, have all these children like some religions teach. You got to have 8 and 10 and 20 children. Be fruitful and multiply. They're still doing the thing that they thought that God told Adam and Eve when they made up the story of Adam and Eve, probably around the 6th century BCE. We can trace when they made that story up. And when they made up the story of Adam and Eve, there were already millions of people living on the planet. So obviously it's a metaphor. Adam and Eve were not real people. If Adam and Eve are not real, the whole Christian religion falls apart, because the reason the whole Christian religion exists is because Adam, supposedly our first father, ate from the tree, plunged us into some kind of depth and darkness and sin. We were all born in sin, therefore we need a savior to get us out, and that was Christ to rise us up out of sin. Well, if Adam ain't real, then what? You can look this up. I'm not saying anything that's not researchable. Adam is not a real person, completely made up. And hey, you might be distressed to hear that. I was quite distressed when I first heard it. Yet I had to get over it. What? The universe is not going to give me truth because I get distressed. The universe has never stopped giving me truth because I get distressed at truth. And that's not how the system works. The system works on truth. And it's waking us up to see truth. And you shall know the truth, and the truth shall set you free. So we are wanting to correct unbelief. You can never control the effects of fear yourself, because you made fear and you believe in what you made. Dang. I made it. And I believe my creations. Dang, because I just made it. So I have to believe it because I made it. Dang. Fear doesn't exist, is not real, and you can tell that it's not real because as soon as you do the thing that you're afraid of, the fear disappears. Whoa. But because I made it, I believe it. Whoa, then I can't get myself out of that. Then I need something to help me out of that. I would need a higher mind than the mind that's in the third dimension. I would need a higher mind to get me out of that because I'm in the third dimension doing all this, causing all this problem for myself. In attitude, then, though not in content, you resemble your creator who has perfect faith in his creations because he created them. So in that same vein, the creator believes in you because the creator made you. Yet the content of these two, of our iteration, our replication of our source, that we believe in our creations, we have mixed up the content. Because now the content of what we're believing in is fear, whereas the content of what the creator created and believes in is love. You were created from love. Belief produces the acceptance of existence. That is profound. Those 6 words are profound. This sentence right here, oh my God, oh my God. Spirit, help me, Spirit. Help me, Spirit. Do you realize how profound that is? Belief. Let's do this word by word. We can do this, family. We can do this. Belief produces the acceptance of existence. What? So believe, because I believe in my fear, I will produce within myself an acceptance of its existence. Oh my God, I won't get rid of my fear. Belief in my insecurity, my not enoughness, my unworthiness, my less than, will produce the acceptance of its existence. I won't get rid of it because I believe in my creations. Oh, I believe in them wholeheartedly because I made them. Excuse me, I just have to move around on that one because the spirit is just moving me. Like, what? What am I doing? What are we doing? Well, I got to take off these earrings because they're making too much noise. They may be coming through on the sound. What are we doing? We are making up things, believing it, and then accepting it. That right there, this 6-word sentence describes my whole first 30 years of existence in this incarnation. Describes decades of my life. Believing in my creations and then producing an acceptance of its existence and making space for it. I see people make space in their lives for things that are not true. Give you an example. I have Lama Lama Calm on my toe The doctor told me the Lama Lama Calm is not treatable. I can't use real words that we know about because then your mind will connect it to something, but no one knows what a Lama Lama Calm is. The doctor told me I had Lama Lama Calm. What? What's that? It's on my toe. What does it do? It spreads. This is us telling people. We are already believing it. And we are already producing the acceptance of existence. Yeah, it's Lama Lama Calm. We believe it because we just made it up. Maybe the doctor made it up and told you you have it, and then you believe it. And well, now I've got to believe it. If I believe it from my own mind, then it is my own creation. Even if I am joining in someone with a faulty creation. Okay, I have the Lama Lama Calm on my foot. What happens? The doctor said it spreads. What? Can it kill you? Eventually. Eventually it's going to kill you. Let's Google it. Then you go look up Lama Lama Calm on Google. And then you find, oh, it's just a dangerous, deadly, usually starts on the toe. That's what I have. Boom. You see, we're already setting up the mental constructs without knowing how powerful our mind is and that our mind is going to create the thing. Rather than saying, I cast you out, get thee behind me, Satan. Rather than saying, no, cancel, delete. Rather than go within the cauldron of your own self and burn it energetically. Rather than say, oh, no, thanks. Not fight it, not resist it, just withdraw energy from it completely and turn to something else. I'm not talking about not giving attention to things that require your attention. That's very bad. Avoidance never works. I'm talking about accepting it as a belief. And how many times do people go to a doctor and the doctor says, you have so-and-so? I do. Yep. Right there in the doctor's office, the person is starting to form the belief. It's forming in consciousness. And then the belief is productive. The Course is telling us that your beliefs are producing something. See, our beliefs are not agnostic. Our beliefs are not neutral. Our beliefs are doing something. Our beliefs are doing many somethings. That's why we've got to examine our beliefs. We've got to comb our consciousness and get rid of the stuff that is in there that is not wholesome, pure, loving, kind, joyful, blissful, peaceful, happy, health, wealth, abundance, good, and only good. Blessings of the Lord fall on me, overtake me. I dwelleth in the secret place of the Most High, safe under the shadow of the Almighty. I'm safe. I'm in danger nowhere in the world. But just have ready mantras to tell yourself to correct it, just correct in the moment. We've got to correct these beliefs. Because if we don't, they're setting up a whole Lama Lama Calm. You're going to have to be on 6 pills every 4 hours. Oh, I better go to Rite Aid. I better go to Walgreens and buy one of those little pill boxes. I hope I'm coming for you. I hope I'm being a thorn in your side right now. All of you watching this and you got the little pill box and every 2 hours, I'm 62 damn years old. I refuse to buy some kind of fucking pill box. Refuse. Every 2-4 hours, you're a slave to a pill box. What if you're up in Egypt somewhere walking around in the pyramids and it's 4 hours and you can't find water or whatever? What's going to happen then? What if you're out on a wonderful cruise and you forgot your pill box back at home for 8 days? What then? I'll bet you won't die. These are beliefs. Beliefs in pills. I'm going to show you what to do about this. Harmony and I were just talking about this today. We're going to come back to paragraph 4 in one moment and finish those last 2 sentences. I'm going to give you a solution because this is the solution that I use and it works for me. Workbook for students. Lesson 50. Lesson 50. Have your lessons right at hand, family. I'm telling you, my mind has so many stray beliefs in it. I correct my mind about 50 million times in a day. I don't care how many times I need to correct my mind. My mind is not going to take me to hell. I refuse. A Course in Miracles says every thought is either a heaven or hell thought. There are no neutral thoughts. Here is the solution. The solution is lesson 50. Go to lesson 50, day 50 of our Course in Miracles, 365 days that we did together. Go to lesson 50, family. I am sustained by the love of God. I told myself this a million times. In this life, you think all manner of things are sustaining you: pills, protective clothing, money, knowing the right people. All these are songs of praise to the ego. Do you see this? Here is the answer. Do you see that it starts it off by saying, here is the answer to every problem that will confront you today and tomorrow and throughout time. You mean wait a minute. You mean there's only one thing that's going to correct all my problems? One. Here is the answer to every problem that will confront you. It said that will confront you, problems that your crazy mind hasn't even thought of yet. You mean problems that my crazy mind hasn't even thought of yet? This is the answer, Spirit. Yes. That even today and tomorrow, your mind is going to make up some problem for next Friday. Maybe, maybe not. If it does, you already have the solution. This is the solution to every problem. I'm sustained by the love of God. The love of God is the answer to every problem, period. So you just hang on one thing. I'm sustained by the love of God. The love of God is doing it. Harmony was laughing this morning because y'all will see my house continually emptying out because some people came and bought those wonderful ottomans you saw over there, and someone came and bought half of those size 11 shoes that I have upstairs. I had never met a Mexican lady before with a size 11 foot. I was like, what, sister? Come on in here. She was like, I saw it in the chat that you were selling size 11 shoes. I was like, come on in here, sister. We can. She bought half of them cute shoes, and there's more half cute shoes out there. People are just buying the stuff and buying the stuff. And Harmony said, you selling shoes too? I said, yeah, Harmony, the shoes are going. Everything, stuff is going. I'm not attached to any of the stuff. There's nothing in here that I have to have other than me and my family, you know. And even the family, you can't have attachments there either. So she said, Rev, you wear size 11? I sure do, yes. She said, but it's hard to find 11 wide. And I have wide feet too. It's hard to find 11 wide. I was like, except the love of God always gives me. The love of God always appears shoes in front of me in my size that I love. The love of God does that, because I'm sustained by the love of God. So it doesn't matter if I have a size 11 or a size 12 or a size 10 or a size whatever. I found size 11 shoes that I love that were so cute in Thailand, where everybody probably wears a size 4 or 5 or 6. And they were so cute. They even had love across them. I was like, okay, Spirit, I know you did this. Because who is going to appear a pair of shoes before me in ample size, cute, with the word love written across them? It had my name on it. This is the solution. Paragraph 1 simply says, in this world, you believe you are sustained by everything but God. Your faith is placed in the most trivial and insane symbols. Pills. We are placing our faith in pills. We are placing our faith in money, protective clothing, the mask, the this, the that. A mask ain't going to help you if your mind is diseased. Influence, prestige, being liked, knowing the right people, and an endless list of forms of nothingness that you endow with magical powers. All these things are your replacements for the love of God. They are songs of praise to the ego. All of them. We're trying to replace the love of God. Why? Because we're not sure about the love of God. It seems here, maybe not here. Let me go get some more money because I don't know about that love of God. I can't live on the love of God. Nah. Maybe I need to go and get a boo because I haven't tapped into the love of God, a love of God inside of me. It's nothing wrong with a boo. Go have as many boos as you like. Get multiple boos. But I tell you one thing, you're going to start a problem for yourself if you have boos and you don't have the love of God. You're going to start a problem for yourself and a problem for them too. If you have multiple boos and you haven't found the love of God inside yourself, have as many boos as you want. Universe doesn't care how many boos you have. If you have all these boos and you have not yet found the love of God, every one of them is going to be a problem. Find the love of God. I am sustained by the love of God. Then go do whatever you're going to do. First, you are in being, living, breathing, emanating, channeling the love of God. I am the love of God. And I am sustained by the very love that is my essence. Then go out and get booze, then go out and shop, then go out and anything you want, make more money, all of it. Just remember, do it all from a corrected mind. Paragraph 4, we're going to finish up the last 2 sentences. Because belief produces the acceptance of existence, that is why you can believe what no one else thinks is true. Yikes. It is true for you because it was made by you. That is why you can believe what no one else thinks is true. Yeah, you believe it firmly. This is illustrated to us by all the religions of the world. The Christians believe it firmly that there was a man here over 2,000 years ago who corrected the problem that another man made 4,000 years before that. They believe that. And because they believe it, even though there's billions of others, there's more people who don't believe it than who believe it. You can believe things that no one else thinks are true or that many other people don't think are true. And you can believe it and it will have effects. Why? Because you made it. It is true for you because it was made by you. So it becomes your law. So how about, let's breathe. Let's come off screen share. This is deep. This is a Friday. And I promise you, I think that's why Spirit gave us this on Friday so we could meditate the whole weekend on this. Because this lesson is, this text paragraph, doesn't matter how many times you read the course, how many times you've read this before, this paragraph is blowing my mind because it is I can literally feel my brain reconfiguring. Meditate on this over the weekend. Meditate on, am I rooted in beingness? God is right here, and I am sustained by the love of God. I'm healed by the love of God. I'm breathing the love of God. I'm breathing in the love of God. I'm consumed by the love of God. I live by the love of God. I am the love of God. The love of God feeds me. The love of God heals my body. The love of God sustains me. The love of God is my entire life. And we root it into that. Or are we thinking, I got to go get it? Because if we're not in wholeness, then we are in some kind of lack. And whenever there is a lack, we will go and try to get it filled, which will never succeed. It just becomes a black hole. I so love you, family, for doing this work. I so love you because this work is not easy. This work is challenging. It challenges all our beliefs. This work is humbling. Like, well, I got to look at myself. This work is jarring to some of the things that we've believed our whole life. In spirituality, it's like, psh, psh, wake up. Ooh, you mean there's no Santa Claus, no Easter Bunny, and no Peter Pan? I can't cope. That's why everybody doesn't do well in spirituality. It's like, whoo, a little too much truth. Yet you are here doing it. And I applaud you for that and celebrate you for that, for doing what is uncommon and what is not easy. And your life will have rich, rich rewards from doing what is not easy. All right. Cheryl said, I'm sustained by the love of God. Thank you for this message today, Reverend Valerie. Oh my God, Cheryl. Don't we have to keep reminding ourselves? Don't we have to keep reminding ourselves? I'm not sustained by money. I'm not sustained by pills. I'm not sustained by a house. I'm not sustained by a job. I'm not sustained by... Money is not my supply. No person, place, or condition my supply. My awareness, understanding, and knowledge of all providing activity of the divine mind within me is my supply. My awareness of this truth is unlimited. Therefore, my supply is unlimited. Ooh. If I was just aware, if I just had knowledge, and if I just had understanding of the true activity of the divine mind within me, I wouldn't be looking for anything. So the reminder is what is required here, right? All right, Golden Sun Kid said, I understand. I am sustained by the love of God, my Heavenly Father. How can my physical reality conform to this belief enough to change my body and mind? You know, it's an excellent question, Golden Sun Kiss. We deepen into it, and then spirit changes your body and your mind. I can't change my mind. I can't forgive. I can't correct my mind. How can I correct my mind when I'm the one that flubbed up my mind in the first place? So the higher order source, Holy Spirit, is correcting my mind. So it will have results as you deepen into truth. You'll see the truth manifested in front of you. Yes, Cosmic Witch. I'm sustained by the love of God. It's my favorite one. Mine too. Ooh, I love it. Beliefs shape our reality. That's right. That's right. What am I believing? Yes. You know, sometimes I look around at my creations and I say, wow, I really believe that. That's why I'm looking at it. That's where you start to really get into mastering magic, mastering your spells and your rituals, because you say, wow, I made this. It's right in front of you. Your creations are right in front of you for celebration or not celebration. For the ones you're very happy with, yay, go you. For the ones that you're kind of like, why did I make this again? Or no, I didn't make this. Boo made this. Look what you made. It's in your life. I used to do that all the time. No, my husband made that. Well, how come it's in your life? Oh, he made it and then he dragged it into my life. And you let him? Oh, because spirituality is always going to bring it back to here. I am the initiator and the master and the captain of my soul and my destiny. Cheryl, you know, that's how crazy I was. It was like, no, somebody else bought this. Who put this problem in my life? Well, this is what Spirit helped me to clean up the whole thing. It said, have you ever seen this problem before? Yes, over and over again. And when you saw the problem before, who was present? Was that person present? No, they weren't present. But who was? Oh, I was there. I was the only one at the scene of every crime in my life. Well, if that was a court of law, beloved, we're going to have your sentencing because this is a closed case. This is an open and shut case. You are the only person at the scene of every crime. You're the only common denominator. I had to start looking at that. Oh, wow. I am the only common denominator at the scene of every crime, every problem in my life. I was there. Okay. Are you getting anything? The universe is looking at me like, you got it yet? I think I'm making up my life. I think I'm creating this whole thing. You're getting it. You know, the ancestors are like, finally. How many generations do we need before this ancestral line figures this out? You know, I just need a little time. Okay, we are complete. Have a beautiful weekend and watch the Valerie Love YouTube channel for what I learned from Miss Beyonce last night. It was incredible. I'm going to change my earrings and put on my Beyonce earrings that don't make as much noise as those other ones. And I'm going to do a live also with the Witchy book stack for our witches, our wizards, our cult practitioners, and why you would want to have these books. I got a big stack of books for you that you would just love for your magical practices. All right, I love you, and we will see you on Monday. Peace. Love you, family. Love you.